we're right back into it. Just have to switch over first. There we go. Has anybody in the chat played The World Ends With You? Because I think that's a pretty good JRPG. It's by Square Enix. So it's sort of it shares some kind of DNA with it in some ways, but it's much more kind of action-based. It's a DS game, and it's very cool. I want to save her magic for healing. It's just very cool. It takes place in the modern day. It's got this whole plot about like being caught in this sort of pre-death like purgatory world, and there's this game that goes on where people are like competing to see like who doesn't have to die, and you fight by writing with gestures on the screen, and you get to what attacks you have is based on like what pins you're carrying, and so like different pins have different gestures that you have to draw and do different things. It has a lot of like unnecessarily complex like clothing based stuff, like depending on, so it takes place in Shinjuku, I think, which is a district in Japan, in Tokyo, and there's like all these different like little districts where different fashions are sort of in style. You know Cure as well, right? So you can cure everybody. And so depending on what district you're in and what you're wearing, you have like different bonuses and detriments to what you are able to do. Which is sort of a weird mechanic. Cure 2 is not as effective as Celeste's Cure 2. Yeah, there's also a side quest about ramen. There's a really weird thing in TWEWY where like there's a mechanic that's only used like 2 or 3 times where you can like influence the thoughts of people in the real world by placing like ideas into their heads. And one of the things you do with that is like there's this ramen shop owner who's like upset that kids these days are all into like modern designer ramen instead of like old classic, you know, I guess traditional ramen. And so he is trying to like bring back the traditional ramen, which is a kind of a fun side quest. You have to go like put thoughts in people's mind that they really want to be eating traditional ramen right now. I went this way already. I went down this way, I'm pretty sure. Maybe I didn't take another branch from it. Steph, is there anything for me to find here besides the gold armor and the gold helm, or have I found everything? Combat music is the same, though. Like, in the Velt, I feel like the music was... the fight music was the same as the overworld music while you're in the Velt. But this has, like, a different overworld music, but still uses the same old fight music. Okay, yeah, that's the one problem with TWEWY, is the dual screen fighting mechanic. I ignored that entirely. I put the upper screen on auto and just let it roll, and I never had any issue with it. There's no way they can reasonably expect you to concentrate on both screens at the same time. I think that was sort of a faux pas. Like, that was a misstep in terms of design. But they do a lot of other really cool stuff. And overall, I very much enjoyed it. This also, you can also use the pins. There's this weird like, God, I forget what it's called, but this weird, like, little tiddlywinks kind of game you can play with the pins in battle or something like that. Where they're like tops and you try and knock each other's, or like you try and slingshot each other's pins out of the ring. It's sort of weird. Did you take the hook that drops into a hole? I did not. I did not see any hook that drops into a hole. Is it this hook? Because if it is, then it's not letting me drop. So I approach it from the top, maybe? Nope. If that's it, then I don't know how to get into it. More stuff down here. There's this hook. I thought that was the one you told me not to do, because there's that conveyor belt that goes down into it. Okay. If this is the hook you mean, then this is the hook I can take. Other people don't know stuff yet, right? So much. Wow, nice. One cyan. Okay. Move between boxes on the right. This looks, I see a big tube there. Can't get to it right now. But maybe from the other side? Somehow? This would be a lot easier. I kind of think that this shouldn't have been a random encounter area. Because it's a lot... Like, the figuring out the puzzle of the place is enough challenge without being stopped every 10 feet to fight enemies. God damn it! Why does that hurt so bad? Especially because you get enemies that do this much damage to you. I should probably state save, even though there's no like actual save points around here, because I do not want to lose. Oh, he mastered a new sword technique. That's good to know. That many tinctures. So I don't want to keep spending them all, but she's got to be able to heal. And I wanted to see what the new sword technique is. HP, single counterattack. What's the difference between single attack and single counterattack? Empowerer. Absorbs an enemy's HP MP. That sounds useful. His stuff can just straight up get better and better because the point is that you have to wait longer and longer for it. You're up there going past the landing with the conveyor and up the stairs. I'll see if I can find it. I wish there was some better way to give map directions in this context. Let's see what happens. Wait all the way for 5. Do it. Will it gain him more than 118 is the question, because that's what it costs. Is that a dragon? Ooh! That's nice! That is worth the wait. Now I just need to teach him to heal. be a character who cats? There is a character who cats. The stray cat, Esper. Fight. Why not? I don't have enough health to steal. Alright. I'm surprised the one up top there didn't die. Yes, kill them all, Sabin. Kill them all! Thank you. Steve can cats indeed. Yep, Steve has the ability to cats. Okay, so somewhere there were boxes off to the right. This one I am supposed to be able to jump onto, but can't. Maybe. Aha, I see. There's the tube entrance. And I feel like you could use some health. So I'm gonna do that. See if I can do some sad sack. No! Apparently I can't. I don't know what it is about that blitz that I'm so bad at inputting it. It doesn't feel that hard. But S-A-S-A-X-D, enter. There we go. Oh, that just... Oh no, it does heal everybody. Cool, and that's a full... That looks like that's a full, battlefield heal, even if they're on other sides of the battlefield, which is nice. Fight for Cyan allows targeting, so that's the benefit over dispatch. Yeah, I guess that's true. Alright. Let's go into this pipe. Whew! All kinds of secrets. Lizard. Zephyr Cape. Zephyr Cape is dodge relic. Blizzard is a sword that randomly casts ice. Okay. It's not called like Blizzard Blade or Blizzard Hilt or anything like that. It's called just Blizzard, like the spell. I guess the spell in this game is called Ice, so. This should just kill everybody, I think. Her protagonist, Marl, she's a cave woman. Of course she has a weird name. From Chrono Trigger. Whoa! Help! What the? Why did that land me here of all places? What about the other half of that pipe, though? Do you want to kill a snowman? Technically, I assume I would kill a snowman with the fire, because I assume ice monsters would be immune to blizzard. I'm trying to be sparing with Celeste's cures so that I don't... Oh, the cave woman is Ayla, you're right. Then Marl is the, Marl's... Is she... Okay, I was gonna say, then which one's the tech one? Lucca's the tech one? Okay, then yeah, you're right. Marl is a stupid name. She should have been called Marie. You're right. It's a stupid made-up name. At least when Garnet had to pick a made-up name, she chose Dagger. That's a cool name. Could be Marley, but there's no Y on the end. No. Yes. I was gonna have her heal, but then now we're once again in one of those battles that separates us from each other. So S-A-X, enter. See how that works. Mantra. Heal 'em all. Yeah. Oh shit. Just in time, apparently. Jesus. God damn. Could be Marlene with a string limit? Was there anybody whose name was longer than 5 characters? In that game? Chrono would be 5, Frog. Who's the broody one? Magus. No, Magus is 5. Yeah, maybe it's supposed to be Marlene, but they hit the character limit. That's a good point. Maybe I just didn't have her in my party often enough to remember her that well. I mostly had Frog and Robo and Chrono. Or sometimes I would have Robo, Chrono, and Magus. Can I jump across instead of falling here? Is that possible? Nope. I can't, like, no. Can't do anything there. Okay. So Steph, is that the extent of what I need to do? Actually, can I follow these guys down the... Maybe this is the actual, like, way into the... Ooh. Uh-oh. Oh god, it's Kefka. Everyone's favorite clown. Clown. Clown? Clown. Clown, clown. All-powerful, collecting espers, extracting magic, and... I'll restore the statues? Is that statues or statues? Statues, apparently. Those look like they might be some espers that I want. No! That looks like Ifrit and, the Diamond Dust lady. Why can't I remember her name? She's a summon in like so many of them. Shiva, thank you. So I could still get back up this way if I wanted to. The question is, do I want to? Have I found everything here? Something with that hook. Did you get the one chest on the ledge with the little elevator left thingy? No? Question mark? Some of the stuff in here has been really good, so I don't want to necessarily leave it behind. But is it armor that I can't get later in the game? Because, like, is the gold armor something that I can just get later? Because I might just get it. Dear. Lock. You look very silly. This is the one one case where actually the kappa looks like a transformation of the person in question, though. There we go. I don't think anything here is unattainable later. That's good to know. Can I somehow get to the other half of this pipe? No. Yeah, I'm getting bored fighting these guys, so I don't know if it's worth it for me to go through and try and find the last 3 chests or whatever that I'm sure I'm missing. I'm actually going to emulator save before I forget. Slot 1. Slot 1. I can't get in there from here. So I'll have to go back around again. Yeah, I got that just. Okay. Wait. Celeste, you gotta keep them well. They're not very good at doing it themselves. They're capable, but they're not great at it. Incorrect blitz input, what the heck? See if you can cure yourself. I don't know how to have huge hope, but try. That's not too bad. No, not the explode. I hate it when they explode. Oh, he can't capture because he's been coppered. There has to be one. A boss fight, I mean. Let's take this around. And let's see if we can get those 2 espers. In Final Fantasy XIII, Shiva is 2 naked girls who turn into a motorcycle. Just for those who haven't played 13. It's one of the things I didn't like about 13. Don't get me wrong, 13 is not my favorite. There are a lot of things that I don't like about 13. I just do like the combat of 13, and I feel like that's not true for a lot of other people. Hey there. Ah. Crit, if I defeat you, will you become mine? Ooh, I can runic. Place for the runic. Also, didn't somebody rune scan at one point? Not you, apparently. Suplex him! Do it! No. Maybe he's unsuplexable. Maybe he's technically floating. Oh shit! Too early. Oh well. Still good. Apparently not that good. Why didn't it work there? In that case... Wait, that healed him? Okay, I'm just so confused. Okay. Let's try try the big sword tech. At least that seems to have worked. 5, good. Alright. You can use ice, because I think he probably doesn't like ice. You can start casting regen on people. Starting with Celeste, because she's the healer. Oh. Wait. Fight both of them at once? Okay. That's not right at all. I don't remember what I was even trying to do for that blitz input. You are mostly naked, huh? Except for that, like, weird convenient scarf. This guy's hit hard. I'm not quite sure why we were even sent down here. Or the statues, I mean. Vespers. The revive of the region is actually doing much, to be honest. Wow, that did a lot of damage. Do more of that. I guess it's a fire-based attack, technically, so. Tent is full restore for the whole party, but can only be used outside of battle, yes? I believe that's the... So it's not useful to me here. Who are you? Sense to kindred spirit. You have Rama's power. Wait. We're... Vespers. Yeah, I know. Yay! Join us! If you haven't long to live, then become a crystal. Oh, come on. This is not useful. What the... even are these? Flans? I don't have time for flans! What am I even doing? Dispatch these stupid flans. We don't have time for these flans. Sabin is glowing because Sabin is just a glowing kind of guy. That's what he does. He feels real good about himself and he glows. Skull has grabbed our friends, trying to drain them of their power. I too suffered. I turned one of the glass tubes. Yay! Received Ifrit. Received the Magicite Shiva. Woo! Save. Slot 2. Shiva because they needed... well, Ifrit because they needed a fire-related deity, Shiva because they needed an ice-related deity, even though that doesn't make any sense. Oh hey, here we have an actual save point. Useful. Let's heal some folks up. It's been a long time since our last save. That's been like an hour and a half since we last saved. Yeah, Ifrit's not technically a deity, it's like a mythological creature from Arabic mythology. Save point. I don't know if I need to. If I lose, I'll tent there. But if I have a feeling that towards the end of this area, Trapper, huh? Oh no. So Doom, if Doom is like other games, puts a countdown on my characters where when the countdown ends, they just automatically die. So it's a good thing it's mostly missing. Program 18. No, don't make him blue. Why would you... I don't even know what that does. I forget what that status effect is. Yeah, tents are consumables. They're like single-use tents. And then they get wet in the rain and you just, you know, you can't use them anymore. Come on, guys. I don't have time to fight all these small fries. I want to actually be doing something. Level 5 Doom will only affect characters whose levels are in multiples of 5. That's cute and weird. So you just have to be kind of unlucky for a while. I'm sure the thing is, because characters level up somewhat evenly, I'm sure that's like really annoying actually if you all happen to be of roughly like the same level and it just happens to be a multiple of 5. I mentioned this on another stream, but one thing I really like from Final Fantasy X is that there are like robot mech type enemies, and Riku, the tech girl, has a steal attack because she's the thief. And if you steal from a robot, it just is, you steal some important piece and it automatically dies. It's like an instant kill, and I think that's pretty awesome. So here are those glass tubes they were talking about. And I keep expecting the robots here to go down when to like just, you know, explode and disappear when I hit them, but, or when I capture, but they do not. Did it just try and cast life? That's healing it. Yeah, Thief is always a useful class. You just get a bunch of free items during your combat. Nice. There. Oh god, will this never end? Okay, who the fuck are you? Number 024. See if you have anything worth stealing. And let's see if you can be suplexed. Ooh, a rune edge. Yes. You can be suplexed! Haha! You look so fancy. Much to it so far, which makes me think he probably has like a single sudden death kind of thing that I should worry about. So I'm gonna jump so I'm off screen half the time. He's got a keyblade. Sort of. That was easy enough. He did look a little bit like an armory version of Roxas. Like maybe Ventus from Birth by Sleep. That's a whale. That one is just, on the left is just straight up a whale. Tiny little whale. I feel like, even though we're not that hurt, I'm worried that there's like a worse boss fight coming up. So, I just want to particularly make sure Sabin is well healed. Okay. Hey, whale and unicorn, and badger and ogre. Give me your powers. Instead of giving your powers to these people, and that one's an alien with a red eye, and that one's a death spirit of some kind. And this is the free everyone switch. Do I get all of them? It's Sid! Hi, Sid. Listen, Sid, don't be evil. Yeah, that was a ponyta. It had a horn, so it had to have been a Rapidash, but yes. Probably we shouldn't have taught him that. Whoa! All of them to me! So many. Now I'll have to actually make decisions about what I want people to use. It's Professor Sid. General Celeste! Who might these dubious characters be? Your troops? What? You are a spy? Thought that was a ghost, but no, it's Kefka. Sid, you miserable blockhead! What are you, like an 80s TV villain? Unless this game's over, bring me the Magicite shards. Nope, we got them all. Sorry. Wow, Locke, you, like, really just believe anything anyone says, or even accuses anyone of, huh? What's she gonna do? She gonna sacrifice herself? She has equipment I need! Whoa! She teleported them all away. Heroes try to save people, accidentally teach evil empire how to gain more power. Yep. That's how that goes. Is it? What's the deal? What was in the capsules? Wasn't it generic science liquid? So it's usually in capsules like that. No good. Sid is having a crisis of conscience. I don't think he's gonna stop the war just because you ask him nicely. I'm pretty sure if that would have worked, then that somebody that, you know, would have done that by now. At least I know that on the ship I can unequip people who are not in my party actively, so that's a little bit nicer. Yeah, Skug has it on the nose. Like, why didn't she just teleport herself and the good guys somewhere instead of teleporting herself with the bad guys? Wouldn't that have made much more sense if she was gonna do that? Okay, so this looks like this might be a good space to take another quick break. We'll save in this spot. And then we will come back and we will do the final section of the night. We'll probably go another hour when we come back. So let's see. Full cam? Are you gonna cooperate with me, camera? Come on, camera. No, not the red screen. There we go. Good tiny little Dynex camera. Okay. So that was a plot twist. We have lost our healer for this party. Luckily, we still have Sabin, who can heal now, although he cannot heal himself, so that's a bit of a liability. But yes, we'll have to see what happens next when we come back. So stick around.